Like zoinks, man!
Hello, my wonderful people of the internet, and welcome to the first episode of a brand new series. That's right, guys. Welcome to Slasher.
Yay! Is that your podcast voice, Rage? Is that your podcast voice?
Yeah, it's a very nice one, isn't it?
I was literally sat here waiting for him to go, oh, welcome to today's Nuzlocke.
Not today. But guys, you have probably gathered I am joined by some lovely, wonderful people here
Fucking
today.
lie, take it back.
Well, you know that one. So guys, first up today, we have the most depressed man on the internet, and that is the wide and wonderful Sen.
I thought you were going to say Nickel for a second then.
Yeah.
This is the internet, right? Everyone's a man.
Oh.
Well, that is very
Girls
true.
aren't
That is
real.
very true. And of course, next up, joining us today, she's nothing without her pickle. It's Nicole.
Nice.
I love it. I love
Oh
it.
my god, Rage.
And of
Okay,
course, we can't forget about the most important person
Yes.
here. He, of course, is the commander of the
Yes.
Pink Men. It is
Yes, he
the
is.
one, the only. It is Jack.
It's me. Hello, everyone. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I know most of you don't know Jack,
No,
but
you know,
this
no
is
one
Jack.
knows me.
I'm gesturing to you, but nobody can
I
see
see
you.
I am waving, so you can edit that in. A little hand
That's
waving.
lovely.
That's good, me, guys.
I'll get a little video of you just
Yeah.
waving.
Sorry, guys, this is happening right now. I promise.
That'll be it for the full show, guys. That's all you'll see, just Jack's hand. So, guys, like I know most people who are listening to this will know Sen. They know
Everyone knows
Sen, of course,
Oh,
don't they?
unfortunately.
Yeah,
Most depressed man on the internet.
exactly.
Monica.
And I know people have they see you in chat, Nicole. They see you in chat. But would you care to tell our wonderful audience just a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, she's
I
American.
Good
am
answer.
unfortunately American.
Oh no!
I know, right? You couldn't tell by the
Someone told
section.
me this. I'm leaving.
Thought she was Korean, I'm out.
Okay, so we've learned something about Nicole today, guys. She is American.
Oh,
I like it. How about you, Jack?
yeah,
what
man.
would you like our audience to know about you?
Well, I play a lot of games, and I am a film fanatic. I don't want to say that word, but I don't know. I'm a film cultist, if you'd prefer.
Cultist.
Yeah, I like films.
Do you go to?
You worship the
Do you go to
films.
weekly midnight meetings?
Yeah,
and
just
just like,
Just for watch films. Yeah, man, that's me. I play World of Warcraft. I love World of Warcraft. I'm also the commander of the aforementioned Pink Men. Fear us.
Exactly,
And,
exactly.
Everything people need to know for now. The rest is a mystery. I think a man of mystery on your podcast will be a very
Ooh, a man of
very
it.
nice addition. Yeah.
Mhm.
I love it. I love it. So yes, guys, that is the team.
Meet the team. It's us.
Yeah, we're all a
The
good team,
ragtag
except Sen.
crew.
Yeah. But guys, we are here to talk about, well, just some random things today. And we thought, what better way to get things started than talk about something very prominent. And that, of course, is the power of nostalgia.
Dun dun dun.
Now, it's one of those things that kind of always comes up. You know, everyone's like, oh, nostalgia this, nostalgia that. But here's the first question that we've got to answer. What is nostalgia? Would anyone like to kick us
I'll
off?
have a go. Please, yeah, nostalgia,
for it,
man.
my
I
friend.
don't know. I can't explain what it is. I don't have a definition in front of me. But what I understand of nostalgia, it's just like, I don't know, it's a happy feeling for me anyway. Some people might see it as sad, but I interpret it as a happy one. It kind of reminds you of maybe simpler times. You know, it's like the remembrance of something that you can't really get anymore. You know what I mean? Remember something that can't really happen again. And
I get
that's why
that.
it's also sad, but I see it as happy.
I find it.
I like that.
It's like a childhood ignorance.
Yeah,
Because obviously,
naivety.
a lot of nostalgia comes from being a kid, and obviously, when you're a kid, you don't really understand a lot about the world. So I don't know, it's kind of like a comforting feeling, I guess.
I would agree with you.
Yeah, you see, for me, as it said, it is. I mean, it is what it is. It's a throwback to a simpler time, let's say. You know, to me, it's that memory of a time when you didn't have worries. You know, everything was just simple, and you could just kind of drift back and just forget about the modern day woes. That's how I see it.
Simple times.
That's how I see it. Yeah, much simpler times. And now, the unfortunate thing is, what it seems like is a lot of companies, a lot of media outlets have kind of... They want to take advantage of this. Like, this is my personal opinion. It's like they will do everything in their power to use this nostalgic feeling to get you to buy something, to get you to watch something. I mean, have you guys ever been, like, affected by it in that way?
All these Disney remakes.
Oh,
Yes.
God, the new Lion King.
Hang on, it's still an animated film.
Right?
Technically, yes. Technically, yes.
There's an
Alright.
animation.
I don't know, like, a lot of all these new live-action remakes, like, let it die a death.
Oh. I mean,
Like,
Yeah, you see,
wasn't like
Sorry,
Jungle
carry
Book
on.
recently released on Netflix, but they re-released it as Mowgli and not the Jungle Book.
Mowgli, some edgy name
Yes,
title.
they
yeah,
did.
It's like Mowgli. Who cares? The Jungle Book.
Mm-mm.
If they were,
well, this,
like, if they improve on the original, but that's obviously hard to do because of nostalgia. Like, it's hard to remake a film like The Lion King without people saying the original's better because
Yeah.
A, it likely is, and B, it's just nostalgia, isn't it? Children, as a child, you might have watched the film and just saw such magic in it, you know, Disney magic, old school.
Mhm.
And you might not capture that as an adult in this new film, so I'm interested to see if they actually do.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
said,
I must say, I love that term. Disney magic.
magic.
Like, isn't that in itself
I have
nostalgia?
some Disney magic films in me. Tangled.
Oh.
Tangled, oh my god.
That wasn't an innuendo, eh? Tangled.
But yeah, but it isn't just film that does it. I mean, I know that's kind of one of the primary things. I mean, there's plenty of other sources that also take advantage of nostalgia. I mean, like two things that really spring into my mind. Gaming does it all of the time. I mean, can you imagine how many times you've seen, like, on especially on more recent consoles, where you've seen a back catalogue of older titles.
Yeah.
You've seen, like, oh, we've re-released this in HD.
Spyro.
Yeah, you
And I
can
was
buy
just
it
thinking
again.
of like the NES Classic and all that.
Yeah, the little mini.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Loaded.
No, exactly.
I mean, Nintendo, like, they must have made a fortune on that thing,
Yeah.
purely, as you say, because of nostalgia. But they kind of took it a step further. But that's a conversation for another day, I do believe.
like,
You
they
know?
released the Spyro trilogy recently, and they released
Yeah.
Crash Bandicoot. They're re-releasing, but they're updating, to be fair, the Crash Bandicoot Racing soon as well.
Oh, Crash Tag Team
Yes,
Racing.
they are.
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
my god, that was my game. Me and my dad destroy kids.
That's not like a remaster. That's like a revamp.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. That is a very different thing. I mean, there's so many different categories that you can cover that can be exploited. But to be honest, I kind of want to move the talk a little bit away from that at this moment in time. So what I want to ask you guys is, do you have anything that kind of affects you nostalgically?
For me, I don't know if this is. I feel like this is something you can get nostalgia from, but the seasons of, like, summer and winter
Okay.
and stuff like that. Whenever winter comes around, funnily enough, the time we're in now, I get this phantom urge just to play Warcraft, because I've got memories
Okay.
of being a kid during Winter's Veil, the event on Warcraft, and
Oh, wow.
prioritizing my WoW presents over real ones. When I woke up, I was just so excited to be in this virtual world, just running under the tree with my little.
What's Krampus gonna give me this year?
my... Great Father Winter to you. Yeah, I think the seasons can affect it. Summer as well. I have memories of being in Ice Crown, freezing cold, on the continent, and having, like, the summer breeze drifting through the window.
See, that's what I like, Jack. See, that's a very positive look and a very positive, like, approach to nostalgia. I mean, I don't know. Does anybody else have any, like, really positive nostalgic memories that they can, like, call back to?
Now, this is gonna sound really weird because, as you know, I'm a pescatarian now, unfortunately.
Positive?
It is positive. But whenever I smell, like, chicken and mushroom, okay, it always takes
Okay.
me back to when I was like 11 years old, and I used to go my local football team with my dad.
You play football?
No, I used to watch football. Yeah, I used to go down to the local Notts County ground, and I used to sit and watch football games with my dad. And he used to always buy me a chicken and mushroom pucker
pot
pie.
noodle. Oh,
No, pucker pie at half time. And
Don't
we used to
compromise.
sit there. He used to have his flask of Bovril, which I still think is just fucking gravy. And I used to have a flask of tea and my pucker pie.
that's amazing. That's the most football thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
That is really a big football thing.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Nickel. Soccer.
No, I know.
Put the soccer
Just
ball.
like, I would prefer for us to call it football too, and have American football be called something else.
Rugby, maybe?
Oh.
Rugby.
Oh,
American rugby.
It would make sense.
Joust.
So, as I say, those are some nice examples of kind of like the positive impact that nostalgia has. Like, can you think of like any way in which you can have bad nostalgic memories, like things that you call back to that can be... Well, yeah, that's the
PTSD
obvious
one.
thing. But like, going back to what we were saying at the start about how like media and companies would try to sell on nostalgia, like they do from a lot of good nostalgia. Do you think there's a way they can market using bad nostalgia? That is the question.
I don't know so much about marketing, but I remember off the top of my head, I think you've met him, my friend Trig. He used to watch the Alien series when he was a child, and you remember the radar sound they used when they were tracking for aliens?
No,
Play
but
it.
go ahead.
Yeah, you can play it on the video.
Yeah.
Well, basically,
Yeah.
whenever he hears that noise now, whether it's like a trailer for a new Alien game or an Alien movie, he instantly gets terrified because that scene like traumatized him as a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I've kind of got a story like that. I remember. I don't know if I'm seeming old now, but
always
the
seem old,
X
Rage,
Files.
Oh,
I know, I do. The X Files. I always remember when I was really young and it first came on, and there was this bad guy, and he basically he kind of creeped through vents.
Ooh, that's spooky.
And like,
That's always.
yeah,
Spaces,
and I watched this. Yeah. Like just these like little vents and things, and like I remember I was really creeped out by this. Like I was really young at the time, and like still to this day I'm afraid of vents. I know that sounds ridiculous.
No, they're scary. Anything crawling through a tight space after you is a scary human instinct, I think.
Yeah, it is. And
Sorry, man. No, you finish.
go
you
for
finish.
it. Go for it.
This is tying into your story. I'll go on.
Oh, but yeah, it's okay. And now because of this though, that showed the X-Files. It's like I always remember having this bad memory of it, but it kind of at the same time makes me want to watch it to see.
am I still
Hang
scared?
on, was that right?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
So yeah, go ahead with your
Okay,
memory.
so
my
it's
friend.
always to do with Warcraft for me. A lot of my nostalgia comes from Warcraft. Because frankly, all I really played as a kid. There are others, but
I'm waiting for next episode now. Honestly, all I'm going to be oh yeah, and the guy who just plays
the guy
Warcraft.
who plays Warcraft again. What are you going to tell us
someone
about
in
this
Warcraft
week?
is literally a Warcraft character.
Yes, I'm speaking to you from Azeroth, fellows.
Jesus Christ, it's Tyrael, it's Tyrael.
It's Tyrael. So, in Westfall, in World of Warcraft, the second zone I went to, I went very under level. I was like level 5. It's like a level 10 zone. So,
I already know this story.
you may. And they had the Harvest Reapers that patrolled the farms. And for those who don't know, they're essentially mechanized moving scarecrows, essentially, designed to scare away bandits, animals, and
Jack.
whatever else, and Jack from the crops. And they had a higher aggro range than normal
Oh.
compared to all other mobs. And since I was also 5 levels below the threshold, I'd be like sneaking across the bridge into Westfall, which would be like the separated two lines, and one would spot me and come sprinted, and I'd go straight back across the bridge every time. They run like Scooby-Doo monsters. Like Zoinks, man! You know, their arms out forward.
Oh my word! I've just got this image
No,
now.
they run after you like that. And I tried to get into Westfall so many times, but I just got too scared and ran back across the bridge every single time. That's like a fear nostalgia. I see them and I think of that every single time. I kill them now, so I feel quite good. Like I said, like a step.
You're flying to Westfall now, and you're like, what, level 10?
Under
Just,
20, mate.
just take a pit stop just to kill a few, just for old time's sake.
That's just scaring me as a young man.
See, that's nice. See, it's nice to see that like, well, I know it's not nice, but nostalgia does work both
what you
ways.
mean.
You know, you remember the good, you remember the bad, and I think no matter what, it still has an impact on your life either way. Like we were saying, like about the companies that exploit, as you say, more the good side. You know, they do feed on that to try and make money. So yeah, it's kind of just the ultimate question. Do we think nostalgia is a good thing, or do we think it is exploited?
I love nostalgia. I don't care if it's exploitable, dude. I don't care. Exploit me. I love my memories.
Exploit
I
away.
love my memories.
Come think of it, I've just thought of a bad memory come to do with nostalgia. And it's only just recently, you know how they've remastered the Final Fantasy X series? Everybody who knows me knows it's my favourite game. Well, I remember being a kid, I used to play the shit out of Blitzball, and I still to this day fucking love Blitzball. As much as Rage hates it.
I do too.
Wait, do you?
No, I
Wait,
love
who is it that
Blitzball.
hates it then?
I like it in 10,
don't
but I don't like it in 10 too.
Playing it, but I think it's a cool sport.
Yeah. Well, I remember just going about my business. I think my character's like level 80 something in Blitzball at this time, and that was when I noticed that my dog under my table had died.
Oh
What?
my
Yeah,
god!
yeah. So whenever I play Blitzball now, I have that memory every time.
What?
Oh my word.
Oh my god, that's so heavy.
Yeah. I
so
found my
sorry.
dead dog while I was
Playing
playing
Blitzball.
Blitzball. Yeah.
I remember.
I told you he was the most depressed man on the internet.
I bloody wonder. Trying to play Blitzball and your dog's dead. I'm so sorry, dude. I have one similar to that.
Oh.
It's like a trauma memory of nostalgia. It's not like a bad like trauma, but I remember I was like 7 or something, playing like Lego Star Wars 2 on the on the PS2, and it's a lot of 2s. And I was going down the stairs in Jabba's palace, and my tooth fell out. That's the only. That's the only tooth I can remember losing.
We go from dead dog
What's worse,
to
man?
losing a tooth.
I've had it rough. What can I say?
Yeah. But like,
Wow.
although that's kind of nostalgia and bad nostalgia, I don't think it's nostalgia that can be exploited because they
No,
can't
you
account for
can't.
that sort of
Your
event.
dog will die if you don't buy the new WoW.
Yeah, I think that's a very
I
fair
just get a
point.
little
I think
pop-up
that's a
email. If
very
you
fair
don't
point.
pre-order this, your dog will die again. You remember what happened last time?
Copy
I
and
was
paste
there.
it. 7 other people. What are you talking about?
But okay, how about if we take it this way then? How about not being exploited by maybe the media, but by other people you know?
That's a good point.
Do you think it could
I
be?
probably do that a lot.
I think that's a very good point because I know if you play something together with somebody, like for instance, Gears of War 1 when it was released, I played it a fuck ton with my brother-in-law and my brother, and then when the remaster came out, it's because we had fond memories of playing the original. My brother-in-law got me to buy the remaster so we could play it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like that. Like Paul, when I try and get you back into Smite sometimes.
Oh,
and shit,
fuck.
I'm like, yo, remember the old days, man? We used to kick
remember
ass in freeze, man.
Yeah, the 3-man jails, Blue Squad, Blue
Three-man
Squad.
jails, go come back, man.
Do it again,
Simon,
yeah.
Ymir, and freaking Scotty, man. We-
Yeah. Yeah, it's come back and get our asses
It'd be just like
absolutely
that.
hammered.
Yeah, but it's true though. You do. It's subconscious, isn't it? But you do it. You appeal to the old times to get people to come back to things that they're not interested in anymore.
Yeah.
You do. I mean, you used to do it all the time with me, Sen. I mean, I know it was like recent nostalgia, to use the term loosely, but it's a thing. I mean, we used to play the Gwent closed beta
Yeah, and they
quite
fucking
heavily.
murdered that.
And fair enough, it was only like, what, a year's time? But you were like, Rage, I know you like this. They've done this.
Top 80
Come
Europe,
back.
top 80 Europe before it
Yeah,
went
he
to...
flew to the top of the leaderboards, standing in the presence of fame.
Yeah, and then they ruined it.
Oh. And on that high note, yeah, I think we've covered a lot of bases here about nostalgia. And I think as we've kind of discovered, you know, yes, media exploits it. It can be a good thing. It can be a bad thing.
If I can interject.
People can... Yeah, go for it.
We haven't heard Nickel say anything nostalgic yet.
Do you even have memories,
Right.
American?
No. I was created this morning in a lab.
Watch for this live stream. We need girls. Quick, make them.
Yes.
Right? Like,
Sorry, Nickel, would you like to add anything?
well, I don't know, related to nostalgia for sure, but not exactly related to the types of things we've been talking about. One thing that came to mind was I used to love the Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon.
Which one?
That was collectively called the Sat AM because it was always
Was that Sonic
Saturday
Underground
mornings.
or something?
Not Underground,
No.
no. The one where he was in the Not Whole Village, the one with that really iconic theme song.
Oh,
that
Blue
one.
Streak.
Yes,
Speed.
that one.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes.
That one with the fox
Sonic X.
jacket that had her boobs out.
No,
No,
no.
Antoine.
This was an original one. They made 2 Sonic cartoons at the same time.
Yeah.
One called Sonic the Hedgehog and another called The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
I
Yeah.
remember watching Sonic X. I don't remember it.
Sonic X. Hell
Sonic
yeah.
X was a lot later and was originally an anime.
Sonic
But anyways,
X.
where I was going with that is one of my best friends had bought the DVD when it came out, and she let me borrow it, and I was going through it with the guy who's now my husband. Because he hadn't watched it when he was a kid, so I was like, "Oh yeah, we gotta watch this together." And we're going through, and we watched like the first 6 episodes, and I'm like, "Holy crap, this sucks! I am sorry I put you through this."
Oh no! I remember doing that with one of my friends, but it was with Xena Warrior Princess.
Oh
We
my God,
basically,
no.
That's so bad. It's good though.
yeah, we basically made a bet, like, to see how long we could, like, endure it before we had to stop. And the first 2 episodes were pure agony, but we were so stubborn that we refused to back down. And eventually we were like, this is fucking brilliant. And we ended up watching the rest of the
It's a
season.
masterpiece.
Yes. That and the
Beautiful.
Hercules from around that time.
Oh, God.
Fun
Oh,
fact, I
didn't
have
they
met
actually-
Kevin Sorbo.
Oh.
Oh, claim to fame.
Ooh.
I've never met anybody of fame. Not in a
Oh.
million. My
I've been
dad's
to a
met.
lot of conventions though,
Oh,
so.
no, that's true.
I
I've been
have
in
an
the same
unfair
like
advantage.
I've been in the same city as Mark Hamill.
Ooh.
If that's something.
I could just see you
counts as
now on a
something.
night out. You know, everybody's talking about their claim to fame. Yeah, I was in a city with Mark
Yeah,
Hamill.
he was somewhere in
Yeah.
there. I don't know where.
Oh man, I'm not gonna. I've enjoyed these stories. I think they've been very, very nice.
God,
Except
this
the
is
sentence about the
13
dog.
years old now. Ickle me.
Memories.
No. Memories.
But, yeah,
But yes, guys.
sorry, Yoko, do you know Sons of Maxwell at all?
What?
Sons of Maxwell, they're apparently a Canadian band.
No.
Just talking about that, I actually met their lead singer.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
Flame.
I was at my work do. We like had a lot of famous people come in and talk, and apparently he was the lead singer of Sons of Maxwell.
wow.
Talking about when the airlines broke his guitar.
Oh no.
Yep, and he made a song about it and everything.
First
Oh.
world problem,
Okay,
but
well at least he got his revenge.
Inspiration.
Well, I would just like to interject. I can top all of your stories about who you've met.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, even
Oh.
mine.
I can tell you, officially, right? Okay, I have met and I have shaken hands with the creator of the Teletubbies.
Simon Cowell. You met Simon Cowell.
Oh dear.
No. But yeah, that's my claim to
That's-
fame. I have met the creator of the Teletubbies. It
That's a
was
big claim to fame, dude. Oops,
a wonderful
His hands
day.
covered
A
in
wonderful
tubby
day.
That's a
Oh,
Did you get Teletubbies in America? Is that a thing?
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
Did you get
unfortunately
Did
got
you
it,
get
yeah.
dragged out from by security and you were screaming "Time for Tubby Bye Bye"?
Tubby Ghost.
Okay, guys, before we get nostalgic about the Teletubbies, no, what have I done? But yeah, I have enjoyed the stories on nostalgia. I think I think we've covered a lot of bases. You know, I think it's been good, and I think that's a good way to wrap up nostalgia.
Very much so.
Ah,
And that ending image.
Yes.
Yes.
Closing image.
Must add that into the
Beautiful,
video bridge.
absolutely beautiful. But guys, now this is the moment I know you guys have been
Dun
waiting
dun
for.
dun. That's the way to go.
Oh, it is time, guys. It is time for a section I like to call.
We're gonna have to invest in a real drum.
Excuse me, I'm doing my best. I'm in a student dorm and
beautiful.
making noise. End it quick. Say the title.
The Random Racket. Yay! Now, guys, let me explain. Before we started recording, we all kind of just picked random topics that we either love or hate, and we put them on a big list. And most of you remember my
Sorry, go on.
most of you remember my lovely, lovely wheel of choosing. And basically, we are going to pick 2 random categories, and then both of those categories are up for debate. And we have to pick a winner at the end of this, guys.
Oh boy.
A bit of competition.
Yeah, so this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. So, guys, I hope you're ready, because here comes the first category.
Ready, dude.
And it is...
No. Oh, no.
Look at it go, look at it go.
For God's sake, it could be anything.
I swear to God.
Could be anything.
What?
Wow. Glasses that people need because without them... Glasses that people need
Me.
because without them, they're practically
I
blind.
feel blind trying to read that.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Quick, Specsavers, hit me up.
And it's that versus...
God. Do we like pick a side? Or do we like just put
Oh,
Christmas
tradition.
tradition?
So, we've got glasses that people need because they're practically blind.
It's better.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm actually writing this down so I don't forget.
I'm gonna fight for the glasses. I'm a big fan.
I too would argue for glasses because without my glasses, I am practically blind.
I've got this awesome
Practically
pair
blind
of-
versus Christmas tradition.
You gotta
I have
listen
an
to
argument, a
Christmas
point that will win
tradition.
this argument immediately. It's just going to end.
Okay,
I
okay.
can sweep the floor.
The floor is
I can sweep
open,
the floor, mate.
so
Okay,
you've got a point.
I do.
Come on,
I have
Jack.
a pair
let's
of
hear it.
glasses. Okay, not they.
Wow.
Give,
Is that it?
That's not all. Calm down. Now I've got a pair of glasses, and I am short-sighted. I need them for long distance. I can barely read, like what, 5 feet in front of me. Terrible sight. Short range is great. And what they are is they are not only are they glasses for long vision, they're also sunglasses in one.
Ooh.
So when I break them out in
Wow.
class, I'm the coolest guy in the room.
So basically, your argument is glasses can also be sunglasses.
Yes.
Are
Glasses.
they the
Fashion
transition
Steve.
style?
Cool while you wear glasses. How cool is that?
Are they always
No.
tinted, or are those
Always.
the ones that that
Always.
go back and forth?
No wonder you couldn't
given
read.
the light?
No, always. These are
Oh,
just
this is-
sunglasses that help you see. Incredible creation. Bless is this
Prescription sunglasses.
prescription sunglasses with
Okay.
enhanced vision.
So-
like Black Mirror in the future.
I'm going to move this on. Okay, Nickel, I know this was one you put on the board. So come on, sell it to us. Sell it to us. Sell glasses that people need because they are practically blind. What is your argument?
If you could see my demonstration, I will attempt to describe it the best I can, since there's no video here.
I will get Sen to draw you, don't
Right.
worry.
So I can literally put my hand approximately 8 inches, I think, in front of my face, and without my glasses, I cannot see the lines in my hand.
Oh my god.
My vision is so bad that my eye doctor had to manually calculate what my prescription is.
You're like a Velma.
And precisely, right? I should probably cosplay her at some point.
Jinx.
But
I've just got this image
and
of
I
like
like
this
being able
optician
to
guy.
see because I do things like crochet and draw.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So yeah,
Okay.
Crochet is sport.
Okay.
crochet should be a sport, damn it.
Competitive crochet.
What is crochet?
So come on, Sen. People seem to go towards glasses that people need because they are practically blind. I couldn't even read that. I need glasses.
Wear fucking glasses.
I know. So come on, Sen. Tell me, what do you think on the glasses side of things?
They're practical, they can be stylish, they can be useful.
Boring.
Okay.
Give us something better.
Yes, minus 100 points.
Uh,
Okay.
Only-
We all seem to be focusing on the glasses. Okay. Let's have a look at Christmas traditions. Okay. Tell me some Christmas traditions that you guys know.
God.
Um,
We're British.
Getting
do we
yelled
have
at for
any?
being
Right.
useless. Okay, that's a good tradition.
Christmas tradition. You can't put the tree up before December.
That's a myth.
You also have to take it down before January, or else.
We've had it.
on New Year's Day.
We've had it 2 weeks before Christmas and 2
Like-
weeks after.
Then
That's
no
how we
wonder.
live in my family.
I mean,
Also,
no,
Russian Christmas is halfway through January, so if you're Russian or you have that
you're
tradition,
excused. You're
yeah.
excused. Only then are you excused from.
How do they know when it's Christmas? It's always fucking cold in Russia.
There's always fat men with beards drinking. What's going on?
I think that is a very good point, though. Different countries have different Christmas
Holy
traditions.
shit, Russia's the
Yeah,
best
like for instance, I think the Dutch Christmas is just starting.
one.
Okay.
Birthday Sigmund.
Don't they have like 2 weeks of Christmas? Like not actually like Christmas as in Christmas Day, but they have Christmas events because they celebrate it a little bit different to us, and they have Is it Krampus or something like that? No, that's Germany. That's Germany.
yeah.
Yeah. They have something. Like I think they celebrate the wise men rather than the birth of Christ.
Oh.
I suppose people do celebrate things in different ways. But yes, another thing. Okay. We've looked at some positives on glasses because I know how stuck you guys are on glasses. You practically are in love with
Get
them.
some fucking contact
Okay.
lenses.
I hate contact lenses.
Okay.
I can argue
Okay.
against that.
These glasses that people need because they are practically blind. Okay, what's bad about them?
Well, for a start, you can lose them. Yeah, you can lose them.
You can lose them.
Some they
And
can
then you're like Belma. Then you're in trouble. Also,
Yes.
You've got to take them off when you sleep.
Yeah.
exactly.
Falling asleep with them on can bend them.
Yeah.
How do you find like if somebody moved them in the morning? Just like if you fell asleep, and like your husband took them off you and put them down somewhere, how would you
Sober.
find them?
I would have to hope and pray that he put them where I usually put them.
Scream loudly. Until...
Yes.
You have that one argument. And it's like, you have that one argument. He's there like I know exactly how to get even.
Yeah. Outplayed.
You see, another way I would go on the bad side of glasses, think about when you're younger, you can be teased for it very
Yep,
heavily.
I was.
Teased all through your life.
Yeah.
So, you
Wearing
know,
glasses.
that's a very bad side.
You know,
of
I don't
having
wear
the
my
glasses
glasses
that you need.
unless I absolutely need to read the board for that reason. Just because.
Damn.
Also, you know when your mate takes his glasses off and he looks like his eyes look sunken. Like he's they've just been
When you
traced
take your
into his
glasses
head.
off after wearing them all day, you've got like the marks on either side of your nose.
Yeah.
They are just a permanent fixture on my face.
It's a scar now. You're gonna, I got these scars.
It's just
I've
a
been wearing
dimple on your
glasses
nose.
since I was like 7 or 8, and I'm 30 now. It's a permanent fixture on my face.
You don't have the mark anymore. You just got like nose dimples.
No, no. Yeah, it's like
Precisely, right?
you actually check behind your ears. They'll be like flesh melded to the glasses. Yeah, just you.
Your head starts shaping to like your glasses now.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Wow.
extension of the body.
Mhm.
That's why you.
Pretty
So see,
much.
Like on
So
that
yeah.
point though, like I wore glasses from
Yeah.
the age of about 11 till about 22, and that's the only thing I didn't get made fun of.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rest of you was
You
just
see-
so much
Fair
more easy
game.
to make fun of.
Well, have you seen me?
We got put a picture.
Picture of Sen.
Pretty sure like
Every-
the glasses are going to be the least of their concerns. The fact that I had long hair and wear eyeliner, yeah, there's to go on.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of positives and negatives in regard to glasses. I love how we keep getting distracted. It's like we don't
I have
know
another
any Christmas
positive. If you don't
traditions.
Sorry, I will
We're
go back.
British. Do we really have any Christmas traditions?
I do.
Of course we do. We have advent calendars with
Yeah.
chocolate in them.
I never did those.
Yeah.
They
I
even
don't
made
take part in.
sweetie chocolate calendars for people who can't have
Yeah,
dairy.
they've even got other things like, I mean, they've really gone commercial, but they've got like makeup advent
Match attacks
calendars.
advent
They
calendars.
Or
build your own advent calendar. They've got the only...
Buy your own.
Look,
now I know that I've already been branded like the dullest person on the internet, but growing up I actually didn't have advent calendars, and this was my personal choice because growing up, the first thing I used to say is, "Don't get me an advent calendar. We don't know how long that chocolate's been sat in there for." And then every time, like, cause I used to have it as a child, it used to taste rank. And I'm like, this is literally what happens when fucking chocolate melts onto cardboard.
Oh.
Ooh, lovely.
Yeah. And that
Absolutely
thought
lovely.
alone has put me off advent calendars for life.
Oh my.
Mm.
What I mean,
Wow.
you gotta decorate. I suppose you got. I mean, have you guys decorated the rooms you're in right now?
No.
Nope.
Not yet.
Oh, I have. I've got an ace. I have an ace string of tinsel.
Oh god.
Hey.
I was gonna say having a string of tinsel on your desk doesn't count.
Yes, it does.
It
I'm
does
cozy as
count.
hell. Christmas man.
When I still lived with my mom,
yeah.
we made an afternoon of decorating the tree. Like, we'd put on
It's a
music.
tradition.
and
There you go.
stuff.
The
Yeah.
music. Doesn't even get started. Like Michael Bublé comes crawling
Oh
out.
god, and all the Christmas. The only time during the year you can play Christmas albums.
Oh, the reason Mariah Carey doesn't need to make
Oh,
another single.
God.
That's
Christmas.
probably my most hated Christmas song of all time.
Oh.
I hate her voice.
Yeah.
Burning passion. It hurts my ears.
Oh.
The only Christmas song I can
I'll put
stand
that
to
in the
listen
bad
to
column.
right now is Fairy Tales of New York. That's the only Christmas song that I can tolerate.
What is that? What's the one where it's like you're a scumbag or man?
Yeah, that's it. Fairy Tales of New
Yeah,
York.
Yeah, that's the
one. I really love that song.
Yeah.
All the kids
That is-
in
that
my
is a good
school
one.
Scumbag, you
used
maggot.
to be like, oh, when that song came on, they were like, oh, is it a swear?
Yeah.
Mint.
But like, think of some other Christmas traditions. Like maybe not like the run up to Christmas, but what do you do on Christmas Day?
Oh, stocking first.
Yes, I was just gonna say that.
Yes, always
Stocking first.
I haven't
Always.
done that since I was a child. It's usually wake up.
My
We
mom
have.
still gives me a stocking.
Yeah, we like Christmas Day usually goes wake up. We have either toast or cereal before anybody touches Christmas presents. It's kind of like they're trying to build.
Christmas presents came before breakfast in my
Yeah,
house.
yeah. Like, this is my parents trying to build anticipation for a letdown. I swear to God.
I've just got this image set of like this really darkened house. You go down and you just have this dry toast and this dry cereal.
Yeah.
Yes, my mom did.
Yeah, mate, I ate bran flakes as a child because I fucking love bran flakes. That is
really
probably,
are
You were.
in hindsight, that is the most boring cereal that I could have eaten. I'm painting a great image for myself here. But yeah, that's basically presents. Then we do what the fuck we want till lunch. Like overeat the fuck because my dad used to make a mountain of food for Christmas dinner. I think it's pretty much tradition in itself.
Yes.
Then we used to drink a fuck ton. And then
Even
we'd
when
have
you were a
like.
kid?
Shh. Wait, do you think I got started? How you doing? And then
Here you go, Paul. Have the lager on your cereal. Take it with your bran flakes.
mate, it was brandy. It mixed well. They were both brown.
Oh dear.
And then we'd have like crackers and cheese at the end of the day.
But yeah. So with those traditions, like how does it make you feel? That's the important thing about Christmas traditions.
Makes me feel like I need bigger trousers.
Not gonna lie, they're like sometimes I don't know. A lot of the times they're not even what I would call conscious traditions. You just do them. Like I always go for the stocking first, but that's something not everyone does. I understand, but that's something I do by instinct. And like my mum and dad always used to film my Christmases.
Where do you bridge the
Always.
gap though between tradition and habit?
Don't know, friend. To be fair, that's a great question.
That's an interesting point,
habit,
actually.
I feel tradition implies something that comes around every now and again. Like Christmas is every now and again, but a habit is me like scratching my neck. That's not a tradition. I have many traditions. I'm a man of culture. I scratch my neck. So.
Yeah, but if you don't do something, like people call you out for not doing it because of tradition. But I feel as though if I didn't like have cereal on the morning of Christmas, that wouldn't get called out. So it'd be like breaking a habit. Cue Linkin Park.
Yeah. That's very true.
Is
So-
smoking a tradition?
I don't know if you smoked at a particular time.
Every day.
Every day, 9:01.
Tradition.
Maybe with a cup of tea.
Always.
Are we going to be spilling
Yeah, of
some tea?
Discreet. But yeah, so kind of what we need to do now, guys. We need to obviously pick a winner here.
Right.
We need to pick, is it going to be glasses that people need because they are practically blind, or is it going to be Christmas traditions? Okay? Now, it's kind of, I understand it's not easy to weigh them against each other because they're two very different things. Which, let's be honest, that's the point. Okay? So I think what you kind of got to ask yourself is like basic things such as, which one makes you feel better? You know,
My
Functionality.
eyesight.
would you feel better with glasses or a nice Christmas tradition?
You're asking us to decide
You know.
between like practicality and values.
Sen, all I'm going to say is, and this
That
is
is a question in and of
possibly
itself.
sway you. Okay. Would you rather, have something practical or get drunk? That's all I'm going to say to
Mate,
you.
without even
So
a heartbeat.
So you know that's kind of things to think about, and then obviously looking at negatives.
Get drunk to
Okay,
the point
you
where I
know,
can't see, then we're on equal footing here.
Like having to visit your
Yeah,
family
which has-
who are really far away.
yeah, like is some of them family members the one you want to see?
Oh,
You
no, I always
know?
want to see my family. But you don't always want to travel when you've got toys to play with.
Yeah. So there's things like that to bear in mind when obviously making your decision, which I'm going to ask you to do pretty soon, if I'm honest. Ooh, now here comes the exciting part. Okay. So who should I start with? I think I know someone who has made up their mind, so I think I'm going to start with Nickel. Nickel, I've got to ask: is it Christmas traditions or glasses that people need because they are practically blind?
The glasses, to no one's surprise.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not
It's
gonna-
like Christmas traditions come around once a year. I need to see every fucking
Yeah.
other day of the year.
You don't want to like Stevie Wonder it on Christmas?
I mean, Steve Wonder does pretty well, but as far as I know, he was born blind or went blind very soon after he was born. So, like, if you've been blind your whole life, that's one thing. But I've gone through 30 years with sight, so
Barely.
not being able to see now would just suck everything. Like,
Can I say about glasses? I actually don't wear them that often.
Go for
because I don't need to. When I walk around in the street, I'm fine. I don't need my glasses. I don't feel like
Yeah.
I'm gonna fall over. I've got great short-sighted vision. Amazing. I can see anything up close. But when I do put my glasses on outside, the world becomes like HD. And I think it's a
Yeah.
really nice feeling.
Yeah.
Like, I can see every fucking brick on a building, every blade of grass, every bit of bark on a tree, and I'm suddenly like, it's like an upgrade, dude. I can see, like, the world becomes beautiful.
Cue inspirational music. as
It's
we
just, it's
speak.
inspirational, man. It really is. I'm like, this is amazing. I live in this world that's so nice, and I don't choose it. So
And I believe that one day everyone will be able to see with perfect vision, like I can.
2020.
that would be amazing.
Would be. So, Jack, I think I'll have to move on to you, my friend. What's it going to
It's
be?
Christmas traditions, mate.
traditions?
Christmas traditions.
Hey.
I love Christmas. I don't need my glasses. I would throw them away if
There we go.
for the sake of. I love value, man. Little things that only maybe you and your family share together. You know what I mean? Little
Yeah,
things that
yeah,
are very
that's-
personal
that's good.
to you and your family. Like,
That-
you know, we used to have these
I like
little
that.
Santa and a snowman, and this it's like a little toy that you like press the button and it would play a jingle and do a little dance.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Santa's leg fell off, one reindeer
no.
broke, and the snowman's head dropped off, and we still keep it. It goes up every year, and the music plays. This
Christ.
headless snowman just totally from the
That's
shelf.
vaguely terrifying.
It's quite terrifying, but it's tradition. Whether I like it or
No,
not. it's
every
not
song
so
of them,
precious.
they're Halloween decorations now as well.
Right.
They come back twice a year.
Nightmare Before Christmas decoration.
Yes, exactly. Stuff like that, man. Just very nice. It helps you get closer to your family because you can say to them, "Do you remember? Do you remember that?" And stuff to talk about. and
Nostalgia.
Nostalgia. Oh, it's Italian. Segue.
Oh.
Christmas traditions for me. So
Beautiful. And Sen, where are we going?
See, I find that this choice is very biased depending on your situation. Obviously, if you need the glasses, you're going to choose the glasses. And if you like Christmas traditions, you're going to choose Christmas traditions. Me, on the other hand, don't need either of them. So, I'm going to go with the glasses.
Sen,
Purely for the
I thought you were going to vote for brand flakes.
A new challenger is approaching.
What are you going for?
I'm
You
going to go
going
with the
for-
glasses because I think having the glasses and be able to see
Ooh.
would be a lot better than having Christmas traditions. Because even without the traditions, you still have Christmas, which is obviously the most important time of the year to spend with your family, regardless of whether you have traditions or not.
Aha. But is spending time with your family a
Ah.
Christmas tradition in and of
No,
itself?
it's not, because you can
Oh,
spend
true.
time with your family on any occasion.
He's got a point. The man has a point.
It's true.
Which leaves my vote. Oh dear.
Did you make the rest of
hadn't
us
prepared
go
for this.
because you haven't decided yet?
No, I had decided. I decided as soon as they came up.
He went with traditions, but he doesn't want to leave it on a deadlock.
Yeah, my vote is for Christmas traditions.
Yes. Big
Um,
good man.
Which does leave us in a tie-break situation. which I have not
Someone
planned for.
call Harry Hill over here.
I voted for glasses, and my opinion's worth for yours. So
Your opinion.
Ooh.
I have an idea.
Yes.
What
You know
would we go for?
the iCard thing on the YouTube videos, how you can add a poll to that,
Oh my god, let the
have
viewers
viewers vote,
Genius.
and then
Ooh.
we'll actually have the winner in the next episode.
Yes.
Oh, I like
Question,
that.
what is
I think
the
that's a good way to
prize? Is it
go.
money?
The prize
to be
is
money, I'm
Sen will stop calling you late at night.
Hang on.
Wait, you're late at night is my time, then I'm awake.
if I remember rightly, you're the one that fucking called us late at night this time.
Oh, yes, guys, so I will put a vote up. So the winner will be announced in the next episode.
Yay.
And in case of a tiebreak in the next episode, I will think of a nice situation, a way to resolve it. It could involve Sen doing something,
gonna
so
happen, bro.
that's
Paul,
nice.
do the ice bucket challenge.
Oh,
Or eat
fuck.
cinnamon.
Oh, no.
No.
Can you imagine me doing
So-
that? That'd be hilarious.
You'd
Oh my
be
word.
immune to the ice. You'd
I
go,
would,
"Oh,
I
it's
would."
it's hot.
The ice should run off me. The ice should run off me.
Oh yeah, it's like you're like Chuck Norris. When you do Paul when Sen does a push up, he pushes the earth down.
Oh. Well, that was fun, guys. I've really enjoyed
That was
today.
very good.
Yay.
I think it was fun. And of course, what have we learned today? That's the important
Fuck
thing.
all.
Well, hey,
we learn.
we've learned lots of things, I'll have you know. We have learned that we all have stories about nostalgia.
Some of us, some that we probably shouldn't share.
Yeah, maybe. We have all learned that Sen likes bran flakes.
That is very educational. Actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Quite-
It
I
is
actually
very
judge you
educational.
silently for that, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
yeah, yeah.
Bit of judgment. I'm
And
like,
most importantly, more important than anything else,
Oh.
we've learned that Jack always plays well.
essential knowledge.
Yes.
It's essential knowledge.
And with that, guys, of course, we will say good night to you all, or good day,
In
or good
America.
afternoon, or whatever time you're listening to this.
Have a good
But yes,
one.
I'm sure Sen,
Bye.
Nickel, and Jack would all like to say goodbye.
Bye. Have a good
Later,
day.
nerds.
Bye.
Enjoy your day.
And of course, bye!
Bye.
Bye.